Hello and welcome to the Throw Pillow. This is a pre recorded segment of the Conversation Chair where we focus on one topic, or at least we try.
Who knows?
I am Danny, the crotchety crocheter, at least for today, and this is my partner in crime.
Artemis the Fae, as usual.
And today we are doing a tier list of 2024 crochet trends that Artemis has so thoughtfully prepared for us. While we are ranking what we thought of these crochet trends, I am going to be untangling yarn barf so I
Ooh.
can keep my hands busy and focused.
I will not be working on anything with my hands because I got to be working the screen stuff. Maybe I will do stuff with another video, but who knows? Okay, so I'm gonna do this. We may cut all this out. Who knows? I'm
She's
gonna do
going to
this.
bring up our tier list. As you can tell, this is our first time actually doing a pre recorded video. So,
Okay, so I tried to look before I pull it up. I tried to look and I thought that just like for fashion trends and stuff, people would be making like blog posts and videos of like the top fashion trends, like a Spotify rewind, like a
uh
YouTube
huh,
rewind of
uh
like
huh.
these were the fashion trends for 2024. So I was like, these are the crochet trends for. No one did that. Not a one, not a single person. So what I had to do was one, think of the things that I remembered were popular. So there were a couple of those in there, and then look for videos that people posted in 2024 saying these are the trends that I see that are becoming popular that I think are going to be popular for the rest of the year. So that is
Hmm.
where I pulled this information. I did not get very many, so we're just going to go over the few. So this is just going to be your first bite-sized tiny little throw pillow video. Okay, are you
Yeah, I remember when in looking that there were, I mean, I didn't look in preparation for this, but I remember over the past several months or even at the beginning of 2024, there were people saying, this is what I think is going to be popular in
mhm.
crochet in 2024. I don't know if any of that came to pass or if, and I never really saw any videos of people saying, like videos in December of people saying, this is what was popular in 2024.
Mhm. Yeah, so this is, let's transition. Oh my goodness, so wild. So this is a tier list. Don't look, don't spoil it. We're going to start with something that I absolutely know was popular in 2024, the 6-day star blanket, which you
Oh,
are working
yes.
on currently. I'm going to maybe pull up a Google page
Yes, I am
showing
currently working on one of those.
I'm gonna pull up a Google page showing the 6-day star blankets so that we can take a look. We'll
So, while you're pulling that up, as we ooh, as we
Yeah, that was a blast of color to your face.
I know, it is. Are we, um, ranking these according to do we like them? Do we personally think this is cute, or are we ranking them according to we saw these a lot?
I think we're ranking them according to do we like them?
Okay,
Like what do we
because
think about
that'll
them?
be easier than whether we saw them a lot
Yes,
because
absolutely.
I know we both know from experience that you can end up on totally different parts of the
Yes.
internet and be in your bubble and never see the same things. You and your sister are always telling me about things that
Yeah.
you it's like you know that song that was all over TikTok and I'm like I sure don't because I'm not
It
on
was
that side of TikTok.
everywhere.
I'm not on that side of TikTok. So no I don't.
So
So
the 6-day star blanket, I like the 6-day star blanket. I don't think I'm ever going to make one because I am not a blanket girly, as we've discussed before.
mhm.
But I do like it. It's a cute blanket. It would be like a nice thing to have.
I like making it. I will be honest, I've never owned a blanket that's not a rectangle.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know what to do with a star blanket. I don't know, but I mean I'm making one. It's gonna be here in this house, but I don't know what to do with a star blanket. I've made a star blanket for a baby before, but I always think of it as something to I didn't make this star blanket for a baby, let me be clear. There's a lot of people when this came out and people were like, why does she own the copyright to this? There's so many patterns for star blankets. But to be honest, when I looked at star blankets, they were mostly plain.
Mhm.
Like it's a star made all of double crochet or
Mhm.
all of single crochet. The one I made, I think, was all half double crochets or something. It was all a single stitch, and you do one little modification to make the star part, but it's pretty much all a single stitch.
Yeah.
This is I haven't seen a lot of blankets. I think that's why hers has taken off because I haven't seen a lot of blankets that have a lot of visual interest
Yes.
with different types of stitches on each row. And that's
Yes.
what's made that different and what made everybody, you know,
Want to grab it.
jump
Also,
jump on it and
the
try
other
it.
thing that made everybody want to grab it is calling it a 6-day star blanket, which
Uh-huh.
I saw other
Because
places.
people are attracted to something that
Yes.
gives you a time limit so they can test themselves and see if they can do it.
And also, if I'm not mistaken, it was said that the 6-day star blanket, the 6-day in the 6-day star blanket was for making a baby blanket, not for
It
making a
was.
full size adult blanket like all of these people are doing.
It was.
So,
She says when you go read the pattern, which I guess
mhm.
some people don't read all the beginning matter, but
I
when you
don't,
go
I will skip all of it.
I do too a lot of times, but in this particular case, I read all of it because of all the controversy
Hmm.
about it being a finicky pattern and difficult and everything. So I read everything. But the 6th day, she keeps everything with the 6th day name on it because the 6th day is kind of her brand.
Hmm.
And so she just names them all 6 days so you know that they're all kind of in the same family,
Yeah.
but they're not you're not really supposed to make them in 6 days.
Yeah. Um,
But yeah, I'm working as you said before, I'm working on one now and I
mhm.
enjoy it. I'm enjoying making it. Um I am an experienced crocheter, so I have not had any problems reading the pattern like some people have who, you know what is it they say, no tea, no shade, but so
So where do we think we would put this? I would put it at, I don't know, for me it's a B because it's also just a blanket. Like it does have a lot of interest, so it's not going to be like a C or a D, but it is also just a blanket.
yeah, it's hard for me to rank anything in S. And
Yeah,
that's
I
anything, not just crochet, but books, music, movies, anything,
yeah,
how you
y'all
want
gonna
to
be
be it.
lucky if you see anything in that section today.
Especially coming from me because it's just because I always think the next thing I come might be better than this one. So I hesitate to put anything in an S.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I would say a B because overall, yeah, it's a blanket.
Okay, so the next thing that I found was the loaf chicken patterns. So there's the little picture that's down there. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull up a big
And those are
picture.
like the while you're pulling that up, those are like the chickens that you were making for market.
Yes.
Yes. Like
Yes.
what and I know there's knitting versions of them too, people calling them emotional support
So it's
chickens.
not the emotional support chicken because the emotional support chicken does look different. This is a chicken that like straight up is very like round and like you're kind of just doing a circle until you get to the top. So this
Okay.
is the specific one, this shape in particular. Because there are
Okay.
some that are like this one where you can see like they made a little bit of a head, or
Yeah.
the ones like this one that are a different shape. It's very specifically this shape here,
Okay.
which I have a lot of experience making these because they are so popular. Oh, this one's got a tail. It's cute. They're so popular. Um, I They look good. They're popular and they look good. I
Mm.
am I am just tired of making them is my problem.
Because you made a lot of them.
Because I live in a mountain area, and so everybody either has chickens, knows someone who has chickens. Chickens are a very popular just like theme and conversation topic, and
So
especially right now with
apparently,
eggs being $7,500 an egg.
apparently up in your part of the mountains, they haven't left the 1980s country kitchen
No,
decor because
chickens everywhere.
chickens and country blue were very heavy in that decor.
Mm.
Um, for me, I've never made one. I never say never, but I don't anticipate myself making
Yeah,
one
you're not an amigurumi girly, really.
because I'm not. And I've made maybe two amigurumi in my life,
Hmm.
so it's not a big thing for me to make. So I would put it at a C for me personally, just because
Okay,
I don't see a need to make one.
let's get back over there. I would put it at a B because it's a
Mhm.
very easy pattern. It's a very like if you're out there looking for something to sell at markets, because like it's popular here, but like I said, it showed up in the when I was looking for things, so it's popular other
Uh-huh.
places too.
Yeah.
So I would maybe put it at a B with the blanket as well. Of like it's easy, it's cute, like people want them.
Yeah.
What
Sounds
do you think?
good.
We're
Well,
okay with B?
put it as a B, or you can put it halfway between B and C.
I
What
wish there's no space.
Oh, okay. Well, I say put it as a B then. Well, if you and I disagree, we will defer to the higher rating. Because I
Okay.
know I tend to rate things low in general in life, period.
Okay.
So,
So the next thing that I've got, which I this is one that I personally saw was popular, is Anchor the Octopus. Have you heard of that one?
no. I know I've
Anchor.
seen octopi in general when I watch um the videos of people saying this is what my market day was like and this is how many things I sold and blah blah
Hmm.
blah, but I have not heard of one with a specific name.
So this is it's yeah, specifically this pattern, Anchor the Octopus. And it's there's a lot of them here. So this
That
one's
looks like some work.
yeah, this one specifically says it's Anchor. So this one, I saw a lot of people making it, and you can see the size that it is based on her hand. It looks like she used
Uh-huh.
she may have used blanket yarn on that. I can't quite tell from the picture. Um, but I there was a trend for a little while of people. Here's one that's definitely made from blanket yarn because I know that yarn.
Uh-huh.
Um, there was a trend for a while of people using the super chunky
Uh-huh.
blanket
So it can
yarn
make a
to make
big
him
one.
huge.
Mhm.
Yes. So I've seen people make huge ones, but I like the pattern just like it looks like a cute like a good pattern. It makes a good octopus. Like I like it. I haven't made one. I want to make one. I really want
Yeah.
to make one.
Again, amigurumi, not gonna make it. I will admit this to me looks cuter than the chicken. If I was
Yes.
I mean, not cuter, but if I was gonna
Mm,
make something, especially if I was making things to sell, I would feel more comfortable putting like, click on that one right above the one you click, the gray one that looks like it has
that's
a
got
bow on its
a
head. Yeah.
bow.
See,
It's so
if
cute.
I made something like that, I wouldn't hesitate charging a good amount of money for that because that
Yeah.
shows that you put some work into it.
Yeah.
Whereas the chickens are cute, but they look deceptively simple.
Yes,
And
and
so you can't
I
charge how much. It's more difficult to charge how much the yarn is worth. And
and
I
your
know what's
time.
and your time. With crochet, it's difficult to I know crochet um, artists all over the place have a trouble with that balance of I know how much time it took me. I know how much this yarn is because y'all are all buying your yarn at Joann's or Hobby Lobby or whatever. You're not getting it
Not
wholesale.
Joanne's anymore.
I know, but you're not getting it
No.
wholesale. like you would if it was normally a business like a restaurant or something, you'd be getting your ingredients
Wholesale
wholesale.
onions and yeah.
Crochet people never get their stuff wholesale. They always buy it at whatever store they can find on
Hmm.
sale. So y'all are spending a bunch of money to make these things. So with a to me, I always look for projects, even if I'm making something for a gift, I look for projects
Make it
l-
look like I worked as
that
hard as
look
I
like
did.
yeah, that look like I did some work.
Yeah.
That's another thing I like about the 6-day star blanket. Even though it is easy for me to work on while I'm watching TV and not have to think too hard,
It
it
looks like you were
looks
doing
like I did
something.
some work.
Yeah.
So I would put that as a B simply because it looks like you did some work.
See, I was gonna put it at an A. I
Um,
really
I
like it.
I will defer to you
Yeah, let me
because
go back.
B is high for me.
Yeah, I know. This we're gonna end up basically everything that you do, where it's probably all gonna be ranked like one above, unless it's something I really hate. Um, let's see. Where do I? Oh goodness, how do I shift everything back?
I'm
There
waiting
we
to
go.
see if one of the things I'm thinking of is on your list because I can't, even though you have it up in the studio, it's too tiny for
Hmm.
me to actually see. So I don't know what you're pulling up. For those who are
So
watching, I don't know what she's pulling up because my eyesight's not that good to see her thumbnails.
So the next thing that I have is less of a specific pattern and more of a trend. And the trend
Hmm.
is granny square clothing.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, especially with the granny square all in one coming out, a lot of
Hmm.
people were making like granny square pants, granny square jacket, granny square this and that. Plus we're in our like
Hmm.
70s era kind of thing, I
Hmm.
guess, right now. So let me pull up this. So we've got granny square clothes, but I'm not, it's, they specifically were saying not like this where it's just the granny stitch. They were saying it
Uh,
is stuff like this where you are making granny squares and then
Making
sewing them together.
individual squares, not just one giant
Yes,
square and turning it into a sweater.
exactly. So it's stuff like this where you're making all the squares and sewing them together. I this one I feel like is hard for me because there are
Hmm.
some that look cute and some that I'm
Hmm.
like, absolutely not.
That is exactly where I am with it, but continue.
I think overall I like the look of, is that real? Where is,
That looks like that can't be real. That
how?
that looks like it says crochet print, so I think somebody
Oh,
took a
crochet print. Okay.
photo.
Oh my goodness.
Somebody took a photo of granny squares and
We're
printed
getting
them
away from
on the
that.
fabric. Yeah. And
Cuz like
oh, that's cute. I'm
this is one of my favorite crochet
irrationally
artists.
I'm irrationally I don't know why it bothers me, but them taking the photos and putting a print of Granny Square
Yet, like
on like a
why?
on a nylon fabric or something.
Why would that look good? When would that ever look good?
I mean, well, the thing is that I've seen some that I think are cute, but I'm just mad that it's not real.
Yeah,
Because it's like
because you could just make the real thing.
if you think that Granny Square is cute, then find a grandma or an
Exactly.
auntie. If you don't have the money, find an auntie
Or
who
a
loves
girly who's in
you,
her crochet era.
or find an auntie who loves you and is willing to do it for free. Because we know you're not going to pay somebody the $200 it would cost them
Hmm.
to make that for you.
200 minimum, I'm saying. Looking at that skater dress,
Uh
look,
huh.
because that's it. Look, where's the print? There we go. Because looking at the print,
Uh
that's
huh.
we've got some smaller granny squares up here, and then we
Uh
sewed it
huh.
together with some bigger granny squares down here. So that would be doing these smaller granny squares. That's going to take you who knows how long.
Hmm.
That's going to take you a while.
So yeah, but I got us off track. But it just I can't even articulate why it bothers me, other than just seek out somebody to make you the real thing instead of trying to take that shortcut and
Hmm.
buy something that looks like the thing. You're trying to jump on the trend and buy something that looks like the thing instead of just getting the thing.
Yes. I I'm I'm leaning towards putting this in a C.
That's exactly what I was gonna say is a C because I like some of them, but a lot of them I don't. And so just looking at the trend overall of just granny square everything
This one is so cute.
is is not is not my favorite thing. I would have to look at a specific pattern
Yeah, that one,
and
because it's so case by case, I think that we can put it in a C instead of putting
mhm,
it in a higher thing. Because like if we liked the majority of them, I feel like it would get a higher ranking. But
yeah,
because it's so case by case,
yeah.
yeah, I think we're gonna put it in a C. So let me put this here. Okay. So the oh, I didn't move it over. Share this tab. There we go. We put it in the C. Um, so the next thing that we have is oversized cardigans, oversized sweaters, um, just crochet oversized like cardigans and sweaters and stuff. Let me pull you over to the Google page. The
And while
thing
you're
is,
pulling that up, okay,
good.
good. No, I was going to say that for those who have watched our live streams, I accidentally made myself an oversized
Yes.
thing. I didn't want it to be oversized, but I miscalculated when I and didn't pay attention. I fell victim to trust the process, even though as I was making it, I was going, this looks like it's getting too big. This looks like it's getting too big. I fell
Mm,
victim to trust the process, and then when I finished, realized, no, I don't like the way this fits.
I
It's
don't trust
too
the process. I
it's
don't
too
know
big.
her.
It's too big. I think in general, looking at these
So
photos,
this is the one
I
that's the example photo that I put,
okay.
which this one I like. I'm trying to figure out, sorry, I fully cut you off. I just am trying to figure out what do we mean by oversized? Because this is
Yeah,
oversized, but I also, when I typed it in,
but it's
this comes up.
cropped too.
This doesn't feel oversized. It just feels like a cardigan.
Mhm.
Is this not what cardigans are supposed to look like?
That is a bit on the oversized because technically a cardigan hits you at waist length.
Okay.
But the ones that hit down below your waist, that's more of a slouchy, oversized thing. And
Okay.
I own a slouchy, oversized cardigan, which again is not, my black cardigan that your father
Yeah.
bought me. It's not one that I made, but it's slouchy and it's comfortable, but it's not attractive.
Mm.
It's not
Yeah.
attractive. But like this thing right here that you have up on the screen right now, I would want to make that to replace because frankly, my black slouchy cardigan is ragged and your Aunt Terry makes fun of me every time I wear it, but it's
Hmm.
warm. So I would want to make something like that to replace the black one since it's more presentable to wear at her house, which is, colder than a witch's tit.
Mm.
So I have something warm, but it's not attractive. I
Yeah.
would wear it to be warm, but I don't find that on me, it just makes me look slouchy. And I feel like I'm leaving my slouchy era and trying to look more pulled together.
Yeah. This doesn't feel oversized to me. Like it's longer than where you said a cardigan is supposed to fall, but it doesn't
Mhm.
longer doesn't equal oversized in my brain.
Yeah,
This looks like it
that blue
fits.
one right there, it doesn't look necessarily oversized, but it could be. It's just on that particular girl, it's not oversized.
That's the other thing that I feel like I'm having trouble with this trend is I feel like hot take coming in. Everybody get your burn cream. I feel like oversized clothing as a style and trend is much harder for plus size people to pull off.
Yes.
And
Yes,
so this
I
is
was about to say the same thing at the beginning. On a if you are a skinny little miss, and there's nothing wrong with being a skinny little miss because we have a couple of them in our family.
yeah.
So your sister is a skinny little miss, and she can wear tight stuff and she can wear loose stuff, and it looks cute. But to me, First of all, you do you. Body positivity will tell you wear whatever makes you feel good. And if you feel good in a slouchy cardigan, or if you feel good in a tight crop pot, I said crock pot,
Mm.
crop top that shows your belly, you do whatever makes you feel good. For me personally, I feel that a slouchy cardigan like that does not make me look put together. It may be comfortable and it may be warm, but if I want to look put together
Hmm.
and cutesy, that doesn't look like that. Whereas a skinny girl can put on a slouchy cardigan like that and look, oh, I'm just being cutesy on my day off. You
It's
know,
fall. Let's go get our pumpkin spice lattes. Let's go get our PSLs.
yeah.
Yes, I I feel like because have seen, I pulled up just before I moved the camera. I'll move it back in a moment, but just before I moved the camera, there was what looks like probably the first plus size person. We can't really tell because the thing that they're wearing is like boxy,
Uh-huh.
but it looks like they might be a plus size person in there. The first plus size person, and the first thing I think of, the first thing I think when I'm looking at it is it's not hanging on them the same way that it hangs on the thinner girls.
Yes.
And so I'm wondering, is it part of the construction? Like, is there something that we can do to change, like, where we're sewing things together, where we're putting things, so
Uh-huh.
that it hangs the same way on us as it does on them?
Yes.
Let me pull this back up so we can take another look at that. Because it, like, I have seen several plus size girlies wearing oversized things and it looks super cute, but I'm like, is it just you? Is your body shape different? Is it the garment? Is the garment different? Do you just have to get it
Mhm.
even more like oversized? Like what do we need to do here?
Tailored in a certain way.
Yeah. Cuz
Yeah.
like she looks like she's not like string bean thin, but it also doesn't look like it's hanging on her the same way that the other girlies are. We're also looking at a bunch of
That
different garments, so they're not all going to wear
yeah.
they hang the same way.
They're not all the same pattern, so they're all gonna hang differently, yeah. But in general, I think
Yeah.
oversized for me is a C.
I yeah, I I'm gonna put it at a C for two reasons. One, because of what we were just discussing, how it doesn't really look good on everyone, and so it's like it's I don't know, it doesn't feel as inclusive. And then two, making anything oversized is gonna take forever.
Yeah,
You're gonna
that's
be
true. You would
crocheting forever.
for those who are new here, it is difficult for us to make ourselves make a big project. We start big
Yes.
projects and then we stop them because it's just hard to finish them. The last cardigan, I mean, the last blanket that I made took me a whole year to make it.
All right. So the next thing, I'm having my Google ready. The next thing that I saw was a trend last year, and I think also was a trend the year before. Like, I think it's a carrying over trend as far as crochet, are the crochet loaf cats. This is, I believe, the last amigurumi I have in my list is the crochet loaf cats. So if I share the tab
I
here,
don't think I've seen the loaf cats.
this is the original pattern, if I'm not mistaken, of the crochet
Okay.
loaf cats. I've made a couple of these. I showed them on stream, but I haven't made a ton
Okay.
of them, just because they take some time. I wish I could make this many loaf cats. Oh my goodness, look at how many are on this table. They take some time because they are, as they say, they are loaves. So if you look at this girl holding it in her hand, actually, is there a better angled picture maybe? Um, this is a mini one, but you kind of get the idea. It is
Yeah.
just a big old tube. Like you start from the face, you increase to make some circles, work your way back, and she has a special way that she does the ears, the feet, and the tail. And then you sew the face on. But it's a big old tube. So when you're making the mini ones, they don't take very long. But when you're making like the big ones like this, it
Yeah.
it just takes some time. It takes some time to work through it. And if you're doing color changes,
Yeah. Yeah.
I only made, I think, a couple with color changes. All the rest of the ones that I made were plain. because it's just ugh. And for some reason when I make amigurumi like this that are mostly a tube but you change like the ears, the feet, the tail, the yada yada, because there are a few different amigurumis like that are no sew amigurumis that are like that, but for some reason my feet are never lined up, because I've made a couple like rats and possums as well that are like the feet are just bobbles essentially. And for some reason, I'm following the pattern, I'm counting my stitches, and exactly I do like the first row of feet exactly where they tell me to, and they'll usually line up with the ears if the ears are like included in the pattern. And then I'll make the second row of feet, and they're like askew. And I'm like, why? What have I done? I did all the stitches you told me to. Why are the feet not where they're supposed to be? So for that reason, I want to put this pattern at a C, I think, because it takes too much changing for me to do. I don't then again, this is very personal. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but for me, it's wrong. And so I have to do too much thinking to make sure I do my math right to line the feet up, and it takes a long time. It takes a lot of stuffing, takes a lot of yarn. It's
I
very
can
cute though.
agree.
It
Yeah,
sells very well.
I can agree with the C. Again, I'm groomy, not gonna make it cute though. So
Let's
I
put
would say a
this
C.
at a C. Okay. So the next thing that I have is um
Might as well put
something that
something up
fell.
there that you don't like so that people don't think that we just love everything.
Oh, there's absolutely something that I don't like on this. There's two things I don't like on this list, but we will get to them. So the next thing that I have on the list is crochet bandanas.
Hmm.
I This is not the thing I don't like. I love crochet bandanas. I love them so much. They are so easy, especially if you're doing like a granny square bandana or a granny stitch bandana, like these
Hmm.
are. They are so easy to make and whip up. And like bandanas are literally, I have a, ooh, goodness, I have a granny stitch pattern bandana that I do that is my, if I am sitting somewhere, I have yarn and I don't have a pattern written down anywhere that I can follow, I'm making a bandana. It
Mm.
is like so easy to make. I timed myself once and I can make one from start to finish in about an hour with the simple pattern that I'm doing. But like complicated ones like this is very cute. I saw this while I was looking for pictures to post for the bandana. This is very cute and I
Oh, that
want to
does look
make
cute.
one. It is, and I like that the tip is longer. I don't know how she did this, so I'm
I
gonna need to
wonder, is
go and
that a
follow her
paid
pattern.
pattern?
No, it's a YouTube video.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
says step by step pattern.
You will have to
Hang on just a moment. We are
Food's at the Yalla House.
at
you'll
what?
have
The
to
Yalla House.
We have to go get it?
No, he's bringing it. But they sent me a picture, and I'm like, I know where that is.
Sir. Okay. The only reason he interrupted because he knows
okay,
that we're recording and not live.
that sounds like editing and I don't want to have to do that.
Yep, so I guess I'm editing this now.
But I yeah, you'll have to send me a link to that because that looks cute. I would make that.
Absolutely.
I would put bandanas in. See, I have two rankings for. I would put bandanas as an A because I like making them,
Hmm.
but I would put bandanas as a C or even a D because they don't look good on my head, so I can't ever wear them.
I feel like you should try different bandanas because I think you
Like
should
'cause
try.
I tried several. To be fair, I tried several years ago, like when you were still in, you know, junior high, maybe even,
Uh huh.
to wear a bandana, and bandanas just don't look good on me. This was when I used to have straight hair, and
I
bandanas don't look good on me.
I think you should specifically try this one that's in this picture because this looks like I saw another girl talking about how bandanas don't look good on her because with the way that you have to make them, the crochet bandanas in particular, because with the way that you have to make them longer, you have to also make them wider. And so they
Mhm.
create these like weird little wings in a way that she
Yes.
doesn't like. And so this one looks like she's found a way. There's another person who also made one that was longer that I don't know her name. I don't know her pattern because it was like months ago that I saw this. But it looks like this one in particular, you can see the tip is a lot longer. So I think she has
Mhm.
found a way she's done some crochet magic to make the tip and make the bandana itself longer without making it a lot wider. because it
Mhm.
doesn't look like it's too wide. It doesn't look like it's going to have those wings that are the thing that a lot of people have problems with crochet bandanas. Because with normal granny stitch bandanas, let me see if I can find a flat one. I think this is the closest I'm gonna get. But with the normal granny stitch bandana, you start here and work your way up, but you add stitches on both sides with every row,
Mhm.
and you add a stitch in the middle with every row. So as you're going and increase it, it's always going to keep going wider. Whereas it looks like she has maybe stopped increasing somewhere around here, and so it'll stop getting wider here, but it'll keep getting longer down here. So I would recommend that you try this one. I want to put bandanas in A. Bandanas are so easy. They're so cute. They usually sell pretty well. They're a quick make, so it's an easy way to fill up a corner of your table.
Well, I told you I would defer to you
Well,
when it
you
comes
said A and C. So do you want to put it in A, or do you want to defer to A, or do you want to compromise for B?
uh yeah, let's put it in B.
Okay. So the next thing that we have, let me type some things. So the
What I don't see on your list,
yes.
which somebody mentioned on one of our live streams, and I saw it on somebody else's video,
Mm-hmm.
which I haven't seen a lot of them, but I heard tell of them, are, and you don't have a picture for it, so it doesn't really
Time out. Pause what
matter.
you're saying.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, so start that sentence again.
What we don't have a picture for, but I'm going to mention it briefly anyway, is, which I would put in D.
Mm.
I'm just going to tell you off the bat, is the cat butthole things.
Oh, the cat butthole coasters?
Yes.
Were those popular last year? I feel like those came around like way before last year. Like I didn't see very many of them last year. I will add them to this list right now and I will fight you.
The only time I ever saw them was on somebody else's tier list. Okay, I
Mhm.
didn't know that they were a thing, but she managed to find a ton of pictures, so apparently they must have been a thing. I think that they're unattractive. And then somebody mentioned it in one of our live streams. I think they're unattractive.
I
But
will fight you for them because I think they're cute. We're gonna look at those now. We're taking a full
no,
sidebar. We're taking a full
no,
sidebar. It's too late. They're up on the screen. But I,
no.
especially the ones where they're looking over their shoulder, I think it's cute and funny.
I think the cat heads are cute. I don't have cats, for those who are watching. I don't
She's
have
not a
cats.
pet person.
I am not a pet person, but I appreciate things that have pictures of cats. Okay? Because I like the way a cat looks. I don't want to own a cat. But I don't I don't.
They're so cute.
No.
I mean, they're less cute. They're sort of cute. They're more just funny, which I love. I
See,
love a funny crochet.
I don't find them amusing at all. I don't find them amusing at all. But I'm the kind of person who doesn't find fart jokes funny. So I think to me, this is in the same category as finding fart jokes funny. I
But
don't
it's
find this is funny. I mean, I can look at the components individually and like, okay, yeah, I like how neat the circles are. And if the circles were something else, like a moon or something, or
mhm,
a somebody a while back, when there was the big solar eclipse, had made these solar eclipse coasters with
cute.
like that were like very round, and then you had the flame going on the side for the sun. I'll have to show it to you later, but it
Mhm.
was very cute, and it used a similar technique of the roundness. So I appreciate the neatness of the roundness. I don't like the idea that it's a cat butthole.
But look, it's Pokemon butts.
I don't care. The fact that it's a butthole, I don't find it amusing.
Okay, so we're not going to put that in the list. We're just going to leave that at its assumed D. So you're not going to see it on there. There's going to be a D on the tier list, and it's cat butthole coasters. So because we didn't
Sorry.
have anything else in D, and I
Get
don't have
back to
anything else
your
in W.
regularly scheduled programming. Go ahead.
Yes. So the next thing that I have is bell sleeve cardigans.
Okay.
It's just as a trend of crochet things to make, crochet bell sleeve cardigans. And you know me, I love a bell sleeve. I love a
Mhm.
bell sleeve so much, especially look at how dramatic these are.
Mhm.
Dramatique.
Well,
But
I'll
even
say I've never made one. I'd like to make one, but what has stopped me, besides the fact that I'm a plus size woman and would take me a year to finish it, is that um I can just see myself dragging that through a bowl of soup.
you're supposed to pull it. First of all, don't wear it while you're eating soup. Second of all, you're supposed to pull them up. Because I had bell sleeves on my sweater that I made for the cruise a couple of years ago, and I just rolled them up a little bit when we went to eat. But like even the
Mhm.
ones that are like just a little bit of a bell, like not a whole
Uh-huh.
lot, even the ones that are just a little bit of a bell, I don't like cuffed sleeves.
Uh-huh.
Cuffed sleeves are not cute to me. Um, I am the full opposite direction. I want them to be open and flowy.
Yeah, I think those are cute. I think those are cute. I think those are um what's the word for it? When people talk about crochet looking homely and
Hmm.
not nice, I think the bell sleeves like up the sophistication on a crocheted garment, provided it's done properly.
It's done well, yeah.
Because yeah, there's a difference. Like that white one that you have up, that's a nice
Oop.
bell sleeve. But then there's some sleeves where they tried to make a bell and it's just the sleeve is too big, and that's
I
not
think the
cute.
only one that is not my favorite is this one where the bell starts too wide, like
Yeah,
starts up at the armpit. I would rather it
starts too
start further down
high.
closer to the elbow. But
Mhm,
even this, I would probably wear this. Like this is not my
mhm.
favorite, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
So I straight up want to put this in S. I love bell sleeves so much. I have nothing. I almost never like I said, there was the one that was not my favorite, but I still kind of like it. Like I have
Mhm.
not, out of all the scrolling, have not seen one that I fully dislike.
Yeah, yeah, good. I can see you putting that in S.
Yes, we finally have an S. Okay, so the next thing
You tried to
we
be nice and
have,
put the things you don't like at the bottom of at the end of the video, huh?
yes. Let me pull it up. Okay. Um, so the next thing that we have are the
Mhm.
ruffle hats.
I think we're both going to agree on this one.
Yes, and I think I am upset that I agree with that I feel this way about them because the majority of the people that I see making the ruffle hats are black, which is
Uh-huh.
why I'm upset that I don't like them because I want to like something that our melanated sisters are out here making, but why is this it?
Yeah. I was surprised the first time I saw somebody black making one of these hats because it just did not look like something a black person would wear because it looks very granny.
Yes, but they're out here making them,
Yeah,
like
I know.
so many. And I don't know. Ooh, that's
See
my blanket
that
yarn.
last one that you just had up.
This one?
That yeah, that is the closest. The picture of the girl wearing that with the little matching
Well,
thing. That is the closest I've seen to one of those hats looking cute.
so the thing is, if you view it from the front, it almost always
Mhm.
looks cute because it looks like a headband of like flowers or something. Like
Yeah.
viewing it from this
And
angle looks
and
very cute.
it has to be one that has if I was gonna make one, it would have to be like this one. They even have it labeled as dramatic, that has
Yes.
a ton of ruffles. The ones
Yes.
that don't have that many ruffles,
Like this
it's like
one.
the fewer ruffles, the homelier it is to me.
Yeah, if it's
Y-
got a ton of ruffles. But my thing is, from the front, it looks so cute. If you view it from literally any other angle, it, I don't like it. And I feel like it's, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I feel
So for me, it's you have to have a ton of ruffles.
hmm.
You have to be very careful in your color selection because most of these colors I'm seeing are not good.
Most of them I like. I think there's only two color patterns that I don't like. It's this one,
I don't like that
and
one.
I don't like the. I wish they just continued with the bright colors through the hat. I think, and then this one I don't like that color. I
I
just
don't
don't like
like.
that colorway. I think at all.
Mm-mm,
But
mm-mm.
like the rest of them,
No, I don't like. Mm-mm, no, I liked that rainbow one.
yes, the rainbow one's very good. But that's also, that's my favorite yarn. That is Red Heart Super Saver Favor Stripe. That is my favorite
Uh-huh.
yarn.
I
I
like the
know it from
rainbow
by my
one.
heart. I know that's what that is.
Um, and the mm, that's latte stripe. I
That's
know
Latte
latte
Stripe.
stripe. There's very few things that I like latte stripe in, and this is not one of them. Um,
Oof.
I like the one where it was the solid pink all through the hat with the girl wearing the
Which,
hat like we
oh, the one that
saw
was in the
before.
picture.
Yeah. That because that looks like flowers on her head.
Yes.
That looks nice. I
And
don't
I like it when they look like flowers. Like this one looks like flowers to me. This
yeah.
one's cute.
Yeah, that looks kind of like flowers. But most of the other ones I don't like. And I don't like
Yeah.
a lot of the alternating colors. Like the two shades of pink I did not like. A lot of the variegated ones I don't like. I don't like that. A
I
lot of
don't
the
like the
variegated ones I
stripes.
don't like. The stripes are not my favorite on them. They're just they're just no, that one you just rested on.
Yep. And here's the example, because
No.
I
Because
think
that's
that's
an
also
example of
favorite stripe, but it's
not enough ruffles, exactly.
it
That's
feels like when it's like this, it feels like there's like you had a sun hat that doesn't have structure.
yes,
That like
yes,
felt like with the
yes,
ones that have a lot of ruffles, even this one, I do not like this colorway, but this one I feel like looks better than the other one for me, in
yes.
my opinion. We're putting everybody's pictures up here and putting everyone's names up here. I want to, let me make myself big when I say this. Let me hold your hand when I say this. Let's redo. We're gonna make ourselves big. This is purely just our opinions of things that we like, things that we would wear, things that we would gift to other people, that our style. If you like these hats, if you like the chickens, if you like the granny squares and all that stuff, if you like any of the stuff that we're talking about, love it. If you like it, I love it. It's good for you. You do what you want to do. This is just our opinion. We're not saying that anybody is ugly for wearing these. We're
Exactly.
yeah, you wear what you
Exactly.
want to wear. This is just our opinion of this style. And
Exactly.
I will be the first person to admit I am not a fashionable person. I go out wearing elf ears and Yu-Gi-Oh shirts and leggings and
You
little
know I'm
slippies
not a
all the time.
fashionable person sitting here in my ramen t-shirt. I
Yes. So if you are upset that we are dissing on your style, just know we are hobos in our daily life.
definitely most def
Yeah.
hobo central over here.
So I think going back to the tier list, I want to throw it at a D.
Yep.
This is like the reverse of the bell sleeve one for me, where there are very few that oh no, I forgot to do the thing. This is the reverse of the bell sleeve one for me, where most of the ones that I look at, I don't like.
Yeah. Yeah. There's very few. I agree with you. It's the reverse of the bell sleeve. With the bell sleeves, there was a lot of them I liked, and just a few I didn't like.
Hmm.
Oh, excuse me, dropped my yarn ball. Okay, and a few that I didn't like. With this one, the majority of them I don't like, and there may have been like three that I liked
Yeah.
that I would possibly wear. And even if I tried to wear them, they wouldn't because I can't wear hats. So hats don't look good on me.
I'm tempted though to maybe get one of these ruffle hat patterns and just do the ruffle part on like a headband so that it
Uh-huh.
kind of looks like a flower, because that's the part that I like. I like the
Yeah.
ruffles. I don't
Yeah.
like the hat part. So I'm wondering if I do that but just put it on like a headband or something with maybe a little tie in the back, if I would like it, because it would feel like a flower crown or something. I don't know.
It's worth a try.
Okay. And last but not least, let me type it in. Can
Okay,
you
I wanna
guess? Have you seen it?
I can't see it and I can't guess.
Okay. So, last but not least, the thing that was very, very popular last year, we talked about it on one of our live streams, the Taylor Swift dress.
Oh no.
Yeah, the Taylor Swift crochet dress.
Oh no. Oh no.
I,
This is another example of A, that sleeve is not bell, it's just big.
mm-hmm.
And B, if you are a skinny little miss,
Yep.
you can get away with wearing almost anything.
Mm-hmm.
But on the average person, it's not cute. Because even on Taylor Swift, I don't think that's cute.
Yeah, it was not, I feel like this is a case of one of those things of, if a celebrity wears anything, everyone else is
Hmm.
going to like it.
Yeah.
Like if it's a celebrity that everybody
Yeah.
likes enough, everyone's going to like it. I like it kind of as a shirt
Trust
though.
me,
As a shirt, it's not as
because
bad.
when this came out, I was right in. I'm not a Swiftie, but I do like a lot of her music, and this sweater came out right, or this dress came out right along around the time that we were talking about watching the Eras Tour movie. You know, we were gonna make a girls' night of it, me and your aunt Terry, and
Mhm.
I was trying to make myself like this dress and thought, well, maybe if it was in a different color, I would like it. Or maybe if it was a little longer, I would like it. I mean, because it was crochet, so I was trying to, and everybody was making one, so I was trying to make
Mhm.
myself like this dress. But I don't like it. I don't like the colors.
It's I think it's a lot of things for me. I also am not a fan of those colors. I think if some of the colors had been like more saturated or just different versions of the same colors, I feel like I may have liked it a little bit better. I also am not a fan of that length, because if I wear
Hmm.
something that length, my butt's going to be out. You're going to see you're going to
Yeah.
see the entire bottom half of my butt cheek.
Yep.
Um, and I, on anything, am not a big fan of the drop sleeves like this, where it
Hmm.
drops down. I prefer the corner to be up here, like if you're wearing a machine constructed garment. I
Yeah.
prefer the corners to be up here, and I prefer the sleeve to start at the corner of your shoulder.
Yes.
So I'm not a fan of drop sleeves like that, even though they are fairly popular right now because it is an easy way to make a garment. Just make a
Yes.
rectangle, sew it together. Um, yeah, it's not my favorite. I would put this in C or D. I would not put it any higher than that.
No, I would put it in D because
Okay.
I don't like it. Even though I like Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
I don't like the dress.
Yeah. And again, no shade to anybody because this dress was made by a like pretty well established crochet like fashion company, like not
Uh
fast
huh.
fashion, but like slow, intentional fashion company.
Hmm.
I think they're from Australia, New Zealand. I'm not sure.
I
This
think
is
it was
not
Australia.
this is not a news podcast. You can go look it up on your own with your own Google. Um, but yeah, so this is our tier list. We only had one thing fall under S. Dang, only one S and one A. Everything else was average. I think if I really thought about it, I might bump bandanas up to A, but everything else, I feel pretty solid with this. What about you?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
so. Everything is pretty much you know me, I am if I was ranking this stuff on my own, everything would probably fall at a C.
Just everything. The C line would be
Everything
everything and nothing else anywhere.
just average. Just average. Everything's just average.
Well, this has been our not so bite-sized throw pillow. We've been here for an hour.
I know. We don't know how to talk quickly.
We don't know how to filter. and shorten and synopsize. Is that a word? Synopsize? We don't
Probably
know.
not.
We don't know how to be. We're not terse people.
That's it.
We have too many words.
That's it.
How do we end these videos? What am I doing?
If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. If you want to if you hit the
Notification bell?
notification, if you hit the notification bell, then you will find out that we have a long live stream on Wednesday mornings, 10
Picture
a.m. Easternish.
picture this, but times like two or sometimes even three.
And we talk about a lot of stuff.
A ton, not just
We go
crochet.
off the rails. We stayed on the rails pretty well today and still took an hour.
Yeah.
We go totally off the rails on Wednesdays. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you later.
Also, if you think something should have been in a different section of the tier list, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the Taylor Swift dress and the ruffle hats and my bell sleeves.
Or if there was something that you saw a lot of in the crochet world in
Yes.
2024, please let us know so we can have something to talk about on our next live stream.
Like I said, it was hard to make this list. All right. I think we out of here. Say bye, Colette.
Bye, Colette.